Hi, I'm Doug Mather, and I'm just going to talk about commitment for a minute or two. Now, commitment seems to be a bit of a weird thing, or at least we have a weird relationship with the word and particularly with the meaning that we give to it, our interpretation of it. And I started wondering why that is. And I looked around for some dictionary definitions, and I found that actually there's a whole range of them, which is possibly an explanation of why nobody's quite sure what it is and why we relate to it in the way that we do. But I came across one which I think probably applies to quite a lot of people. It's an engagement or obligation that restricts freedom of action. Now, if you're having your freedom of action restricted, that is not a great place to be. And so it's not surprising, therefore, that a lot of people have this negative relationship to commitment. And I certainly have had in my life. And I have a whole bunch of stories I can tell you about that, but not right now. But over time, I've adapted and developed my relationship to commitment as I've played with it in different ways. And I now tend to be more like, there's a much simpler definition, which is just, it's a promise to do something. A commitment is a promise to do something. Now that, instead of the restricting freedom of action, which is all about having to give something away, give up something, it's much more about gaining something, the opportunity to gain something and build something. When you make a promise to do something to yourself, to somebody else, then it gives you some freedom. It gives you freedom rather than taking it away from you. So that's more the definition that I tend to use now. And I'm going to do a series of videos talking about commitment and how we use it and how it gets in our way and how we can make it work for the benefit of us. So those are going to follow on from this one. But for now, I just want to finish with a quote from a mountaineer, Scottish mountaineer, W.H. Murray, who was the leader of the Scottish Everest expedition in 1951. Until one is committed, there is hesitancy, the chance to draw back, always ineffectiveness. Concerning all acts of initiative and creation, there is one elementary truth, the ignorance of which kills countless ideas and splendid plans. That the moment one definitely commits oneself, then providence moves too. All sorts of things occur to help one that would never otherwise have occurred. A whole stream of events issues from the decision, raising in one's favour all manner of unforeseen incidents, meetings and material assistance which no man could have dreamed would have come his way. I learned a deep respect for one of Goethe's couplets. Whatever you can do or dream you can, begin it. Boldness has genius, power and magic in it. Begin it now.